Hey guys, how's it going? It's me again. For those who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Prakash. Welcome to my channel. I share my knowledge in Vedic astrology, which I've acquired for the past 14 years plus. So there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm pretty sure you'll find something new. So stay around and do hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. So we're going to talk about the meaning or the reason or the function of the lordships. I'm sure you've heard about these lordships, right? Now, for those who don't know, these lordships are like presiding planets or presiding grahas. Planets is a very wrong term to use. The right term is graha, right? Planets is something which is which is something which is tangible, something which you can actually see, right? But a graha means a celestial object, may not necessarily a physical object, not necessarily has a masses to it, but something in the space that in that changes or interrupts the physiology and the mind and the body, and of course this is a soulful subject and also the soul of a living being, right? So Graha is a proper word. Like Ketu and Rahu, they're mathematical points. They're not actually a physical thing. So Graha is the right word. Let's use the word Graha. So these rasis, these signs, all the 12 signs, they have a presiding or a lordship. Okay. So this is like the very fundamentals of Vedic astrology. Okay. So they work in pairs. As you know, there are 12 houses or 12 zodiac signs or 12 rasis. So let's go one by one. The first pair is Aries and Scorpio, which is Mesha Rasi, and Vrichika Rasi, which is ruled by Mars. Second pair is you have the Taurus and Libra, which is Vrishabha and Tula. This is ruled by Venus, Shukra Bhagavan. The third pair is Gemini and also Virgo, right, which is Miduna and Kanya, which is ruled by Mercury. The fourth is not a pair, but an individual entity, which is Karkataka or Cancer, which is ruled by Moon. The next is also an individual entity, which is Simha or Leo, which is ruled by the Sun. The next pair after that will be Pisces and Sagittarius, Meena and Dhanasi Rasi, which is ruled by Jupiter. The last pair is the ruled by Mars or Shani Bhagavan, which is Aquarius and Capricorn. Or Kumbha and Makara Rasi. Okay, they are lordships. Okay, they rule these signs. Okay, but the question is, why are they important? As an astrologer, when do we use this? And that is the thing about this video. I'm going to give you an example. So let me see here. All right. So from the Lagna, the fourth house, right? Anything from the Lagna is basically the ascendant, right? The rising sign on the eastern horizon is the first house. Any house from the Lagna or the Lagna itself shows your physical self, right? The material, the superficial self, right? So, for example, Lagna in the fourth house shows house, literally the house itself, properties, land, apartments, whatever, right? Whether you'll buy a apartment or you'll buy a house, whether you'll finish your whole life in a rental house or not, all these things can be seen in the fourth house. Okay, it's about the house itself, literally the house itself. Okay, but the fourth lord, okay, the lordship of the fourth will show the intellect which is used by the person to sort of leverage or to sort of connect with that fourth house from the Lagna. Okay, I think I'm got you a bit confused, I think. Now let me give you a better example. Let's say the fourth house, as I mentioned, is about buying a house, right? So if you go to astrology, an astrologer says, okay, yeah, in this birth, it shows that you will buy your own house, for example. Okay, but the lordship of your fourth house, the fourth lord will show how are you going to buy, the intellect that you're going to use, the buddhi that you're going to use to acquire your own house. So there's two different things, isn't it? So the fourth lord shows what are the mental capacity, the tendencies that you have. Say if it's afflicted, probably you would not try that much to buy your own house, even though it's fated, even though it's in the karma that you will buy your own house. But your intellect does not align with that, okay, because it's afflicted, for example, right? So which means you'll try once, twice, you don't get a mortgage, the bank rejects you, stuff like that, and then you drop the whole thing, you don't buy at all. Okay, say if it's in a good position, say it has an exalted Saturn there or an exalted Mars there, then you'll do anything to get that house. You'll really do your best to buy a house. You know what I'm trying to say. The Lordship shows your intellect and how you connect with that house. Same thing to the third and the fourth, fifth, anything. Like the first is your body. It's also called as a Tanur Bhava, right? The first Lord will show how do you use your intellect to make yourself in a healthy position. To would you be procrastinate, would you exercise properly, would you eat the right food or not, or would you consume alcohol, would you smoke, or would you ruin your body? It's all seen in the Lordship, the mental attachment or the mental association with the lagna. I'm sorry, with the house itself. Okay, so let me just explain probably another example. Say seventh house, Kalatra Bhava, is about partnership, marriage, and all that. So say the astrologer says, okay, the seventh house is good, so you will get married in this particular time. Okay, in this particular dasa, you are bound to have a relationship, and from the relationship you'll get married. Okay, fine. But the seventh lord will show how do you react, how would you connect with your spouse, what sort of mental capacity would you do to make your marriage a successful one, right? So I guess I've made my points clear right now. So remember, the houses itself will show the physical manifestations, right? The physical thing, the superficial thing. The Lordship will show your intellectual connection with that bhava or with that house. All right, so hope this makes sense. If it's not, just leave your comments, and I'll try my best to explain to you. So I guess that's about it. Take care, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.